Hey, what's up my fellow teammates? Welcome back to a brand new Let's Build series where I'll be trying to create my very own redstone bunker. You guys have requested this for a long time and I'm finally doing it. So a redstone bunker is going to be a very cool idea. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. If you guys are playing on Pocket Edition or on console, you can of course follow along with me as well as all of you on PC. Now, I decided to make this on a super flat world. It's kind of like a deeper super flat, so it's not going to be a problem. And the main reason I did that is so that we could build up the terrain around us and try to make every single thing custom. Alright, so in this episode, I really don't know what to do because a redstone bunker is kind of like a new idea for me. So if you guys want to go ahead and help me out and get your comments in the next video, go down to the comment section, leave an idea that you would like to see in my redstone bunker, and I'll try to implement that in future episodes. But in this episode, I had a really cool idea to first outline the structure, build up the walls out of complete obsidian, and then kind of disguise the walls as a regular house. That way if someone tries to break in, they will hit a layer of obsidian in between the walls, and I thought it was a really cool idea to make our house look normal as well as make it super protected. Now of course the house on top of the ground is going to be only one part of our bunker. The bunker is going to be underneath and we're going to be building a really awesome redstone entrance at the end of the video, so definitely stick around for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and first figure out a layout for the structure. Then I'll be back and I'll show you guys what I came up with. Okay, so this is the layout for my structure. It is 14 by 22 blocks wide, as well as this area from this block all the way down to this block is 10 blocks, including these, if you're counting them, as well as this side is also 10 blocks long, and then we have our doorway kind of here in the middle. Now, I'm going to go ahead and build up the walls, and I'll be back to show you guys what I did and how we're going to start, adding in our decorations as well as different creations in the building itself. So there we go. That is the wall now built up. It is 4 blocks tall, and what we could do now is decide on the theme for the building. Now my idea was to build a high-tech redstone bunker, so it's like a modern style, but if you guys have a different idea, yet again, comment that down below. It's not too late to change it, but for this video I'm just going to go ahead and try to decorate the outside with a modern theme. So to do this, I of course need my quartz as well as some other cool looking blocks. So after I decide on the pattern that I want, I'll come back and I'll show you guys what I did and we'll kind of get working on it. So I think I found a pretty good pattern for our wall. Let me go ahead and show you guys how to build it. What you want to do is place down a block of quartz down here, a quartz slab on the top section of the next block. You want to place down a block of coal on top of that, and then finally you want to place down an upside down staircase. Now the next layer or series in the pattern is going to be a quartz staircase at the bottom facing upright with a white stained glass on top of that, a redstone lamp, and then a block of quartz on top of that, and it should make a pretty cool wall which also implements some redstone on the exterior. Then you come back over here, knock out a block of our obsidian where we could add in the redstone. Of course, with 1 block missing, it's not going to affect the structure too much, considering that you need 2 blocks in order to get through it. So yeah guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this pattern around the entire structure, and then we could go ahead and move on with this build. Alright guys, so there we go. I copied the pattern on every single sides of the wall, and also what I want to do is grab ourselves our pillar quartz block and then place it over here in the corners, kind of offset from the original obsidian wall. And there you go guys, our obsidian is now disguised. No one is going to know we have like a full line of defense back there. And what we could do now is add in our redstone for our redstone lamps, which is going to allow us to turn on the wall, as well as we could work on this a bit later on the interior. So yeah, now I need to just punch out all of these blocks and figure out where and how I would connect up all of this redstone. I figured out a really cool way to power our redstone lamps, and I took out a section of the wall to show you guys how to do it properly. And basically, here's where my 2 redstone lamps would be. In front, our layer of obsidian. We destroyed the 2 blocks in the back of it, placed down some redstone dust right over there, and instead of powering the redstone dust directly, we could break the block under here and then place on a redstone torch, which is going to power this block, which is going to power the redstone next to it. So there we go, guys. That is basically what I did, and what's awesome about this is that we can extend the signal down below by basically placing another like redstone torch beneath this block and then turning that redstone torch off. And to do this, we want to go ahead and place down a block right over here, come around this side, place down a redstone torch on the face of that block. As you can see, it will turn off our second redstone torch, and then we could place a lever down here, flick that lever, which we could use to turn on the light. So there we go, guys. That's going to allow us to minimize the size of the wall as well as reduce the redstone a bit, and I quite like it. So let's go ahead and take a look at our home. I kind of took out the doorway for now so I could, see this properly, and as you can see, it is fitting into the wall quite well. And the only problem is that we could see the redstone torch from the other side and possibly knock it off. But if someone is going to attack your building, they're going to destroy a lot of blocks, not just your redstone lighting system, as well as we do or will have a lot of defenses between our house and this entire section over here, like a lava pit and some other arrow dispensers and stuff like that. So you don't even need to worry about the redstone torches being exposed. Alright, so I'm going to copy this little system on every single side of our structure. Then I'm going to connect it up to one lever and then show you guys how that would work. So I dug out 2 more layers in the floor of our redstone bunker, and I added in some more torches, as you can see, on top of our obsidian blocks. Now we're going to go ahead and connect this up to 1 redstone input, and to do this, I want to go ahead and grab myself some obsidian blocks, place it down right over here at the front, bring it out by 1, destroy this block, and place down a button on the face of that obsidian block, dig down another layer right beneath this bit of obsidian, and then place down a sticky piston facing down, a block of redstone on the face of that, and then a repeater down in our 3 deep hole. Now when I go ahead and hit this button, it should give us a signal going into this redstone repeater, which we could then connect up into a T flip-flop. And to do this, we want to go ahead and place down a sticky piston facing up and a hole in front of that redstone repeater, place down a block on top of that sticky piston with another repeater coming out of that block, going into another sticky piston on its side, another block on the face of that sticky piston, and then dig out this hole right over here and place down a redstone torch in there and a bit of redstone right over there. And that should go ahead and allow us to kind of create a button into a lever, and we can hit that button, and then you can see our redstone will now stay on. So what we need to do now is grab ourselves some redstone repeaters and place it down right over here, going into this block, and then destroy 2 more blocks on this side, place down another redstone repeater right over here, and place down another bit of redstone. So we have 2 redstone repeaters going into these blocks. Then what we need to do now is pretty much just place down a bit of redstone over here, and then place down redstone repeaters coming out of these blocks going into the ones next to it. So we just place down like a layer of these and a series of these redstone repeaters kind of coming from this position all the way down to here, and it should get that signal and carry it through every single block. So let's go ahead and try that out. Hopefully it works, and bam! There we go. Now we could turn on the lights using that one button, and yeah, so we need to basically make this redstone repeater kind of go around the entire bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. On this side is kind of tricky, but what we need to do is come around to this side, dig out 2 blocks over here, and dig down until we see our obsidian. There we go. And what we need to do for this side is basically take a bit of that redstone, as you can see it's powered, and then wrap it around and then go back, or make it go back into our obsidian block right over here. So as you can see, that is basically what you need to do. And after we do that, we can just grab that signal again and make it continue on to the next block, and then so on and so forth until you get to the end. And that should allow us to turn on our entire redstone lighting with just one of our buttons. And on this side, it's kind of easier because we just have an area over here where we could place down our repeaters. And now we can just continue it yet again all the way down. Place down another redstone repeater here, 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 and there. And then place down some more redstone on this side and another repeater right over there. And as you can see, all of our lights are now turned on, I believe. And yeah, that is pretty much how it works, guys. Fairly simple. We come back over here, hit that button, and now all of our lights are off. How cool is that? Of course, it has a bit of delay because we're using a ton of repeaters, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. Now, the final thing to do is, of course, add in a layer of obsidian at the top of this area. That way, no one can kind of dig up from the bottom of the ground. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then finally, we could work on adding in our secret entrance to our underground base. So this is going to be the obsidian at the bottom of our bunker. It's going to protect our house quite well. And I know some of you are going to say it's not 100% player proof because of course someone could just take a diamond pickaxe and break through it. But guys, you need to be able to build this in survival mode. So instead of using bedrock, I decided to use obsidian, which is not that bad. We're going to have a lot of defenses at the bottom as well as around the house. So it's not going to be, that insecure. Now on this side, we do have a small weakness, which is going to be a block missing right on top of our sticky piston, which we need in order for, sticky piston to get extended. And the way to combat this is by placing down another layer of obsidian beneath our T flip-flop, which is located right over here. But besides that, I think it's a pretty good layer of defense. And on this side, I'm just going to go ahead and build the entrance for our little secret underground room. And to do this, I need a 5x8x7 deep hole. And this design is actually by Mumbo Jumbo, so all credit goes to him. I'm just trying to implement his design into my house. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this, guys. This is already outlined for me, so it's a 5x8 area, and I'm gonna dig it down by 7, and then I'll be right back to show you guys how to build our entrance. So here is my hole now dug out. I kind of moved it one layer back. That way we could have 2 extra blocks just in case we need it, as well as this design does use slime blocks. So if you're on Pocket Edition or on console, I really apologize if you don't have slime blocks to build it, but in the future you could definitely, implement that into your design, considering the updates are not too far behind, as well as you could just add in ladders if you want, or just your own entrance if you like that as well. But anyways, let's go ahead and build this. What you want to do is grab yourself a sticky piston, count 4 blocks this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the side, that is 8 blocks long, by the way, so 4 blocks this way, and then count 3 blocks down. Place down a sticky piston off-centered from the middle, and then place down 2 slime blocks on the top of that. So we just place down 2 slime blocks like so. Place down 2 of our blocks of quartz right over here, or any block of our choice, and then build up a block like so. Place down another block right over here, 2 more blocks on top of that, 2 more blocks over here, and then place down our sticky pistons facing this way, 2 more on top of those, and then our sticky pistons right over here facing up, and that should be one section completed. Now we need to go ahead and do that on this side as well. And to do this, we want to go ahead and pretty much build this up another layer or 2 more layers, and then do the same thing like so, and place down our sticky pistons facing this way, 2 more sticky pistons like so, place down 2 sticky pistons facing up, and bam, there we go. Now we could go ahead and remove these blocks right over here, which were temporary blocks, and we could begin adding in our redstone. Now to add in the redstone, you want to go ahead and come to this side, build up 2 blocks, and then 2 blocks out, and then destroy these blocks right over here. And then you want to go ahead and place down another block on the side of that, place down some redstone on top of those blocks, and then we could go ahead and add in the other redstone. But first, what I want to do is dig out another layer on this side. That way I have more room to work and a better angle to place down the redstone. So let's go ahead and dig out another layer of our blocks right over here. and that shouldn't be a problem. There we go. And what we need to do now is place down a block at the bottom of this block right over here, extend it out, place down a redstone repeater coming out of that block, and then it's going to go into another block of our choice, and then we place down a redstone torch on top of that, place down another block on top of that redstone torch, take yourselves a slab and use that slab and place it on this section of our piston, so like on the top section, and place down a redstone on top of that, which should extend the piston. And now what we need to do is grab ourselves another block of our choice, place it right next to that slab right over here, and place a repeater coming out of that bit of redstone, and then it should kind of retract that piston. And what we need to do now is grab ourselves another block of our choice, place it on the side of that redstone torch, bring it out by 2 blocks, place down a bit of redstone here, a redstone repeater, set it to 3 ticks, and then have it going into another block right over here, place another block right up over there, and place down a bit of redstone dust on this area, which should extend our pistons. Now after you've done that, go ahead and grab yourselves another block of your choice, place it right below this redstone right over here, that redstone torch or whatever, and then place down another redstone torch over here, place down blocks like so, bring it up like that, destroy the block down there, and then place down a redstone repeater going into this block. Then you want to go ahead and come on to this side, place down another redstone slab or another slab, and then kind of extend it to this area. And once you have that, place down a bit of redstone on top of either one or both of these blocks, and then place down a bit of redstone over here. And it should activate all of that redstone. Then you want to come on to this side and place down a lever, which should divert the redstone and make it not where it's just one bit of redstone dust, but where it kind of diverts. And then you want to go ahead and copy that entire system on over to the other side. So yet again, what you want to do is just place down a block right over here, have a redstone repeater coming out of our first bit of redstone, have it going into another block of our choice, place down a redstone torch on top of that block, and then another block on top of that redstone torch right over here, place down a slab on this side of the block, and let's go ahead and grab the slab right over here. There we go. Place down the slab right over there, place down a bit of redstone dust on top of that. Then we want to go ahead and grab another block of our choice, place it next to that slab with the redstone dust on top, and add in a repeater like so. And then we want to go ahead and destroy another layer on the back over here so we could add in the other bit of redstone. And to do this, we want to go ahead and extend this yet again by 2 blocks, and then build up 1 block over here, and we maybe need to destroy this as well, build up another one over there. And what we could do now is basically place down a bit of redstone dust right over here, a redstone repeater going into that block, set it to 3 ticks, and then have a bit of redstone on top of the first block that has the power on it. So there we go. That should be our system now completed on that side. Now what we need to do is fill our redstone or obsidian back down into that area, and then come down here yet again and place down a redstone torch on this block with our redstone torch on top of it. And then we need to place down a block in front of our redstone torch like that, extend it, bring it up like so, and then bring a slab and place it right over here. Then place it down over here, and then place a bit of redstone on top of that, and then place down a redstone repeater over here with a bit of redstone here, which should power all of the redstone on this side. And then finally, we need to place down another block of our choice with a lever, which should divert the redstone. So there we go, guys. That is pretty much all of the redstone for the door completed. Now what we need to do is grab ourselves another block of our choice, come on over to the front section, and then on the right side, we need to place down a block underneath here, and then break that block and then build it down 1, place down a bit of redstone right over here, place down a block over here with a redstone repeater on top of that coming out of this block, going into another block of our choice. Then we want to go ahead and kind of shift and place on that block and grab ourselves a dropper and a hopper, and then this hopper is going to, or this dropper is going to be on the face of this block, which is going to get a signal from this redstone repeater going into a hopper. So shift and right click with the hopper going into that dropper, and hopefully you guys are not confused. Then you want to go ahead and place down a block right up here, grab yourselves a redstone comparator and place it on the top of this block, which should get a signal from this hopper. And then we want to have this comparator going into another block of our choice, and then have a kind of a repeater coming out of that block. And oh gosh, this is going to be very difficult, so we break out these blocks right over here, place down a repeater coming out of that block, going into another block, and then 2 more blocks over here. And then what we want to do is, oh, I actually built this wrong. What we need to do here is basically place down a repeater facing up, place down a bit of slime blocks on top of that, and then have some of our redstone dust going over like so, which should turn on our entire system. And I kind of built it like wrong-sided. That's why I had to dig out an extra layer over here instead of an extra layer on this side, which is kind of remaining. So here is our redstone creation now completed. Now what we need to do is add in 4 blocks right over there. And this is very important. Add in 2 blocks over here and 2 blocks on this side, which is basically going to power the remaining pistons. So after you do that, you can place down a button over here and test this out. So hit that button. As you can see, it will briefly kind of open up the floor and drop you down, and then reclose itself and push up these blocks, which is going to be the area for our floor. Now, to leave our secret room or whatever, we need to come down here, place a button, hit this button, and we can get bounced out, as you can see, and it's quite perfect. So that is pretty much the system, guys, and our redstone bunker for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please take 1 second to smack the like button. I really appreciate it. Suggest your ideas in the comment section down below, as well as subscribe to see when my latest episodes for the series will come out. But anyways, guys, this was Twist, and I'll see you later.